Hello, everyone, and welcome to Nuuli Forged. My name is Jared, your humble dungeon master, and with me are three of my favorite misfits. Um, we are a 5e D&D stream. We play in a homebrew world called Nuuli, which is a world that came out of my brain, and these five players, well, three of them are here right now, but these five people are brave enough to delve into that crazy mindscape. So give them a round of applause for being here. Yay!
Yay!
Amber, who plays Greg, the Goblin Artificer, is will be joining us a little later, and Matt, maybe who plays Spoot, our Turtle Cleric, may be coming in a bit. See, or well, in later in the
Or
evening
never.
if he is able to. Unfortunately, work has delayed him a little bit. I've got it. Thank you for the Pikachu's and the waves. Always great to see you here, buddy. But yeah, so I am going to need something before we all do our introductions. I'm going to need someone to roll a D100. Ooh.
I did last week. Mine was so bad. Someone else did
It's
theirs.
probably my turn, isn't it?
Give it up.
95.
95? My, that's high.
There's no question
I
for
hope
this
that's
one.
not my high roll for the evening.
This is going to be pretty easy for most of you, I think, but might be intriguing for some. Especially the ones who aren't here, unfortunately, but hey, that's the way the cookie crumbles. All right, please, those who are here, introduce yourself, your character, and tell us, how did your character learn the languages that they speak?
Ooh.
And we're going to start up here, over here, with Mike.
Hey, I'm Mike, and I play Defect Warforged Barbarian. And currently, Defect can speak Common, of course, and Draconic. And we actually never got to explore his past as to why he could speak Draconic. So that's sort of something to be explored later down the road.
Yeah.
It's a secret.
It's a secret, even from me.
It is an unknown. It's kind of like how when you have amnesia but can still communicate, you remember language, but you don't remember events on how you did
How?
it.
Like, why? Yeah.
AMBX, first time watching. Thanks so much for being here. Welcome to Nuuli Forged. We're going to hop on down to Sarah, who is beneath
Oh,
me.
hey, that's me.
Yeah.
Hey, my name is Sarah, and I play Olive, the half-orc druid. And she speaks Common and Druidic, for obvious reasons, and Orc, because she was raised by orcs, being a half-orc. And she also speaks Goblin, because her best friend, before she joined the party, was secretly a goblin.
Excellent. AMBX, thank you for the follow. That's so nice of you. Love that. Thank you. Hopping over down to this corner, we got Tanner.
Hi, I'm Tanner. I'm playing Nereus, the Azamar sorcerer. And Nereus, God, what languages do I speak? Thank God this is not Adis anymore.
I speak every language because I'm crazy.
Ranger's man.
Yeah. Olive's way easier than Carolee. She spoke some weird languages.
So he speaks Common and Celestial, being an Azamar, and then also speaks Infernal due to one of his moms being a tiefling. And then Primordial for some reason that is yet unbeknownst. I know why, but mystery.
Mystery indeed. And I am Jared. I am the Dungeon Master here. I play everyone who is not the 5 player characters, and as a result, I speak any language I damn well need to. Haha. Because it fits the story or the plot or whatever. So that's my excuse. Ta-da! So, those introductions being complete, let's dive right into last time on Nuuli Forged. Last time on Nuuli Forged, the party managed to pay off Greg's father, Boss Grask, with the money left to them by Grimble, who they facilitated in a transport to Fay Harbor, another city pretty much a full continent away. They caught the tail end of the final match in the fighting pit of Winton, where the champion Gronk defeated his 300th challenger in the fighting pit. The celebrations began in earnest as the party attempted to figure out what to do about the attempted theft that they knew was coming that evening. They mostly muddled about, kind of stumbling, not really sure what to do, kind of watching the area, kind of scoping the landscape. But Nereus did manage to gain some vengeance on Cressa, a half-orc, whom he spotted posing as a sister of the Harvest Mother, fleecing donations from other people.
So good.
Greg snuck through the arena while invisible, hoping to grab the champion's belt, but was unsuccessful, and when the time of the heist came, Nereus saw the gnome Crank atop a roof about to cast a spell, and flew up, casting Counterspell just in time. Nereus was then pelted by multiple firebolts, and the crowd below panicked. The tenants were called, and no trace of the attackers were found. However, the still invisible Greg noticed a few of these black-robed individuals appear in an alley off the beaten track, and followed them to where they were hiding. Regrouping with the party, Spoot used his arcane eye to spy upon the group, and found 6 people holed up in a building, and saw enough to get a good ID on at least 2 of them, as they became quite intimate with one another while Spoot's arcane eye was watching. Perhaps too much in some cases. The party then returned to the Black Pearl, where they purchased rooms for the evening, but Nereus was stopped by Captain Spark Yarrow, who asked him to stay behind for a private conversation. The others, not knowing about his debt, so to speak, to Captain Yarrow, shrugged off and went up to their rooms to get some sleep, as it is late at night. And so, we begin. The rest of the party has gone upstairs to their rooms, and Captain Spark Yarrow, who is dressed in a very long red dress with a sash around the waist, full-length black gloves, her hair kind of tumbling over her shoulders, and a brooch upon her very ample bosom, which is kind of popped up by the dress,
I'm in so much trouble.
is smiling at Nereus and says, "Come on, lovey, I believe we need to have a conversation, don't we?"
I was hoping this could wait till morning, but I guess it's inevitable.
Indeed it is, my dear. Now, why don't you accompany me to my office, lovey? And you go into her office, and she closes the door, indicates for you to grab a seat, and she sits behind her desk. And
I forget, am I prestidigitationed or am I still quite singed?
that is up to you. You
Actually,
had
we were
more
kind
than
of
enough time to clean yourself up, but
No, I was playing damsel in distress for the guards. I'm still messed up.
okay, cool. She's obviously noted, but she doesn't seem to phase what she's going to discuss with you. Someone's got a race going on in the background.
Welcome to my neighborhood. That's through the closed window.
I believe you.
Mine's the fire trucks and the ambulances.
So once you sit down, she sits down in her very well-appointed chair, which looks to be like it would belong on a ship or some kind of throne of some kind. You've seen it before, but you just notice it yet again. Seems to me like we have a bit of problem, don't we, lovey? Twice now you have made me look quite the fool. First you attack a patron under my roof. A patron in a meeting I arranged solely so you could find the location of your missing goblin friend. I entrusted you to be civil, but that was not the track you chose, love. And then you challenged Classy Nick himself when he told you to stand down. The grubby grabs are quite well connected, lovey, and should they start spreading rumors that my protection and word are not to be trusted, my lofty position in the community would be quite endangered. First, I thought it might be possible to pay them off to forget the entire mess. Thus, while I was willing to entertain your promise of Defect's victory in the pit. But there you made me a fool a second time, didn't you, lovey? Defect did not win in the pit. So now I am down both in reputation and in coin. The time for negotiations is over, lovey. You are in debt to me twice over now, Nereus. Not an enviable position, to be sure. Were these the old days and my fortunes had not changed to what they are, I would be forced to keelhaul you for such an offense, lovey. I suppose I could still kill you, but it seems like such a waste, and I admit I would so hate killing such a lovely specimen as yourself. So what to do with you, Only one thing as far as I can figure. You must fetch a few things from me so I can appease the grubby grabs, my dear. Old Boss Grask has a fascination for objects that stem from ancient goblin empires. And I, being a well-connected individual that I am, happen to know where two such items are likely to be. You will obtain them both from me, and you will return to Winton by the first day of the new year, which gives you a little over 4 months. So you had best use your time wisely, lovey.
Okay, hold. Okay.
And to make sure you do not embarrass me yet a third time, I am going to have to insist that you sign this contract. And she snaps her fingers, and Balthazar, her half-orc aide-de-camp, appears from nowhere, really, just like in the room, and presents a contract to her, which she unfurls and puts in front of you. I had this one drawn up special, lovey, by a certain friend of mine who also owes me favors. So I'm going to need you to sign this on the dotted line, my dear.
What's so special about it?
It has certain guarantees enacted within its page. You are, of course, free to read it in its entirety, my dear.
Sure. As I read it, is it possible to do an Arcana check?
Absolutely, go for an Arcana check. AMBX, so glad you're here watching D&D for the first time, and hello to Son of Yoda.
Man,
All right, what you get on your Arcana check?
14.
That's good. So as you read through the contract, you can tell the inks themselves are magical, and it seems to be some form of. You can't quite get the school of it or anything like that, but you can tell that the ink itself is magical, and the kind of edging and border around the contract, you can detect small runes set within it. So you think that there is some form of binding or perhaps you can't tell the school, but there's some kind of magic in this contract. 100%.
Right. That's what I was trying to just base
as you read it, you see the contract is fairly straightforward. It says the undersigned one, Nereus, is responsible for obtaining 2 items to be defined by Captain Spark Yarrow, in quotation marks, or in parentheses, retired, to be delivered to her in Winton by the first day of the new year. Failure to do so will result in discomfort and pain. And yeah, it's kind of vague as to what that means, but it also includes a line that reads, failure to act quickly or to put off, or an attempt to put off the duties hereto bound will also result in weakness and discomfort.
All right.
And you kind of read through all this, and she just kind of looks her when she sits, like normally she's very relaxed when she's in her pose, but in this moment she is upright and very intently staring at you.
May I ask, what exactly these artifacts are, slash where you think they are?
I have my connections which have ensured me that they are within these locations, as much as such things can be ensured. But don't worry, lovey. I have no desire to cause you harm, and as long as you fulfill your end of the bargain, nothing will come of it. But I do need to show that I have a little bit of control in this situation, as you have made me appear quite red-faced in front of some very influential associates of mine.
I understand. Things didn't turn out the way I was expecting, and apparently, our friend Defect does amazing when fighting for his life, and less so when it's a competition.
Indeed, it can be a different sort of environment, and I understand that fully. However,
Yeah.
I'm a businesswoman first, my love.
No, I understand that. I'm just saying I hadn't known about the prior failures in competitions, whereas he's a complete beast when fighting for his life.
That's the risk with gambling, I suppose, when you don't have
Yeah.
all of the information.
But where are these
Anyway,
artifacts?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Where are the artifacts?
I will tell you everything you need to know once you sign on the line, lovey.
All right.
And Balthazar puts down a pot of ink and a quill for you to sign on. Or with.
I kind of sign with like one eye kind of closed, preparing for some weird shit to happen.
Cool. You finish signing your name and put the quill down. Immediately, some of the black ink runes around begin to glow and rise up and kind of spin and spiral in the air and kind of twist and rotate and very like Doctor Strange kind of like woo. And they instantly like clasp onto your hand and then your wrist, and you see what appears to be a spectral like manacle appear on your... Are you right-handed or left-handed?
I don't know. Surprise me.
On your right wrist that seems to go directly to the contract, and almost as soon as you see it, it vanishes. And Balthazar nods, and Captain Yarrow takes the contract, rolls it up, and hands it off to him. And he puts it in some document file folder that he always seems to have with him. Well, lovely.
Nears will just kind of like lift up his arm. Huh. I was half expecting those runes to become more tattoos. In which case I might not want to give them back.
You do look quite fetching with tattoos, I will admit. But to be quite frank, I don't know exactly what the contract will do if it becomes active, you understand, my dear. I left such matters up to they who crafted it for me.
Concerning yet curious.
Indeed. I do like a bit of mystery in my life. Now.
I don't know if this has got a mystery. Like.
But she likes it and she's having fun. Now, my dear. The 2 items that you are going to acquire for me, one is a massive tome called The Chronicles of Gruulz.
Can you spell it?
Gruulz. Gruulz.
The tome of Gruulz.
The Chronicles of
Oh,
Gruulz.
okay.
Sarah, can you just mute for a second? I think the background is. Thanks. I think it was just picking up background noise, but thank you.
Thanks to AC.
It is a goblin history of sorts about a certain empire that once existed called Tentuk. Quite rare.
Tentuk.
Tenktuk. Tenktuk.
Tenktuk.
Correct.
Okay.
According to my information, only one such copy exists. It is rumored to be in the possession of an oddities-loving count in Barteria named Van Mortis in the port city of Dunkburg.
Barteria. Count Vortis?
Van Mortis.
In the city of Dunkburg?
Dunkburg, yep. Which also happens to be the only semi-open port on the entire island nation.
Alright.
The other is a scepter, once gifted to an ancient dragonborn ruler of Osmag, which, as you may or may not know, is now a sinking pile of ruins in the swamps to the south of here. It was gifted to them before the breaking, so by all accounts it should still be there, lovey.
You said Asma, spelled like the swamps?
Mm-hmm. Osmag, yep.
Okay.
And you would also know, you've been traveling pretty long, that the northern section of those swamps is also called the swamps, the marshes of Osmog and various other such things, because the sinking ruins are known to exist there, but it's also very dangerous, so people don't traipse through.
I'm envisioning massive mosquitoes.
Could be.
Usual size.
Mm-hmm.
Well, swamp doesn't sound as fun. Might need to buy some boots.
I would recommend great care in both your endeavors, lovey. From what I understand, Van Mortis is quite eccentric indeed, and the swamps are always dangerous. All sorts of creatures make their home there.
Well, I'll brush up on my etiquette. As for picking up said items and returning them here, I will speak to my companions, see if maybe they could assist. But if it all
one little thing I had put into the contract, lovey. Once you have one of the items, all you need do is prick your finger, get a little bit of drop of blood there, and make a little rune circle which looks like this, and she passes you a image on a piece of paper.
Can I keep this?
Of course, lovey. Put your drop of blood right in the center there, and the item atop it, and it will appear before me. Well, in my office, of course.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was about to ask if
there are 2 copies, so
if you could keep your ear to the ground for any possible teleportation circles I can snag here, just to make getting these items back easier. This works.
Indeed. Though I do happen to know of a few locations which have such circles in my time. But
Okay.
but of course I'd have to remember where exactly they are, wouldn't I, Lovey?
Right. Maybe after some delving in ruins, I might find something that's good at sparking memory.
That I have no doubt of your capabilities, my dear.
Uh, One other question.
Of
As
course,
for
Lovey.
going north to Barteria, do you know of any? I'm not asking you to connect me necessarily to anybody, as we've seen how things have been, but a point in the right direction as to a possible ship, unless you recommend just going by foot most of the way.
Ah, my dear, as this benefits my endeavors, I'm not disinclined to share this information with you.
I just
Barteria
haven't been
is
so far
quite.
north.
It is indeed, Lovey. Barteria is mostly a closed off port, doing very little trade with anybody. Seems the warlord up there is keen to keep people out for whatever reasons.
Hmm.
Not quite sure why, and the information that comes out is sketchy at best, but I happen to know that a few scallywags up in a certain port just north of the barricades called Skulldug is quite well known for being a place where those who seek access to Barteria can gain it. As for getting to Skulldug, you could, of course, walk. But I happen to know an individual who makes the occasional jaunt up that way. Don't know if they're in town at the moment, of course, but if you find a ship by the name of the Moss-Eaten Mold, ask for Captain Kevin.
Like Kevin, but a B?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Captain Kevin is an old acquaintance and knows a few people up in Skulldug that might be able to help you, Lovey.
Alright. Sounds good. Well, I suppose I should let my companion sleep. And,
Indeed, you look a bit worse for wear yourself, Lovey. Getting attacked by fire can be quite damaging to oneself.
yeah, but I ruined some poor person's, plans.
That I quite believe you are capable of doing, Lovey.
They were trying to cast some spell that seems stronger than anything that I can cast, but I just, befuddled their words a little bit.
Good to know, love. And she kind of like smirks at you. Balthazar is his normal, quiet, stoic self. But she's like, well, I believe that concludes our business, Lovey. You have a nice, clean, warm bed upstairs, of course, per the fees of your friends. So
Right.
enjoy your rest and get all healed up. Seems like you have a lot to do on your plate, love.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some thinking while I fix and clean my clothes.
If you need anything, Lovey, I'm sure Pastel can arrange for some replacements or perhaps some mending items if you're in need of thread and such.
No, I got magic. And he just like prestidigitation some like little sparks out of his fingers.
Of course you do, Lovey. Well, you get some rest now.
Will do. You as well. And he'll just like kind of get up and just like start looking at his wrist and like trying to feel that like manacle.
Yeah, as you like feel the manacle and kind of turn towards the door, Balthazar opens it for you, and you kind of absently leave, and he closes it behind you. and you can head up to your room.
And I'm just gonna head up and just start deburning my clothes and myself.
Mm-hmm. Easy enough to do. That being said, you all get a long rest. You wake up. How early are you all waking up? You did get in post midnight, so.
Whatever a long rest is.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so you get up as early as you can while getting a long rest. You're not keeping watch, so it's easy enough to get like 6 hours instead of 8 or so. So yeah, you can accomplish that. But you awaken. Dawn has broken. It's probably around 8 in the morning. But looking outside your various windows, the city, while still active in a way, is much less active than you've seen it. You get a feeling that a lot of people partied hard last night because of the myriad celebrations throughout the city celebrating Gronk's big 300th win.
It's nice and quiet.
As you all gather kind of downstairs, eat a breakfast, what would you like to do?
Well, were we planning on going back to the warehouse?
You mean the wizard tower? What
Warehouse.
Wasn't there a warehouse? Am I misremembering things from last session?
There was the house
we
where
chased
those
those
people
guys.
had holed up, which was just
Yeah.
kind of a dilapidated house. It wasn't a warehouse.
Sorry.
I'm in enough trouble with the police right now. I think at least a good tip to them might be sufficient. I know we were supposed to do the wizard tower, but Matt's not here, and that was kind of his thing. I still vote for yeet it into the abyss, but
But I think we have to go back. I think he's not going to do it, though. I think we have to go and see what we're supposed to do.
yeah, but that's like Spoot's personal venture.
Yeah.
I just wanted the cheaper option, which was throwing it into the astral sea.
All of us down for that, but but I think it's too late for that now. All right.
Yeah.
And
So just
Amber has the money and she doesn't want me to touch it. Don't worry.
so just to recap what you got going on here. You know that these black tattooed handed people in their weird black robes, they have a theme. At least 6 of them were holed up in this dilapidated house that you followed them to. You don't know if that's all of them or if there were more. You get the sense that there were more, or at least Nereus does, based on how many firebolt attacks he got hit with. And you don't know where Prank is or lives. So that's the thing. And you did hear, or Grig did hear them talking about, we'll try again tomorrow. You don't have a time frame as to what that means. It could be early morning, it could be mid-afternoon, it could be later tonight. You just don't know. You also know that place was most likely a temporary flop house kind of place, not a permanent hideout.
Right.
And they were also up late last night, like the rest of the town.
They were. A
So we
couple of them were
probably
up
got
later.
like, until this evening of them being at that residence.
If that.
Probably.
Maybe.
Yeah. I like at most we have until
Yeah.
they try again.
Yep.
Yeah.
So your option is you can wait on that, or you can go investigate that and see what they're up to. Maybe find out more this morning. There is, of course, the Tri-Tower wizards, that the phylactery that you discovered and left there with the wizard. is a open source book thing, or not source book. What the hell? Is an open item in the quest log.
Right.
Those are your two big, like, outstanding things here.
What happens if we just leave it with the wizard?
Feel like nothing good. Although, frankly, I'm surprised he let us leave it with him in the first place.
Yeah. Like, does he just throw it out in the trash and just leave a phylactery for anybody to pick up, or does he, like, hold on to it? I don't know what...
I'm sure he's very responsible.
That's why I'm surprised he let us leave it with him in the first place. Now he's responsible for it.
Right.
But I bet Spoot wouldn't let us leave it there.
No, but my only thing with going ahead and doing that is I don't know if he had any plans, anything he wanted to say.
Right.
Because again, like, he's the one that kind of had the vision from his god to go there, and so I don't know, if you do want to go, I don't know. I don't want to fuck anything up for Matt.
I don't either, but I don't think we can leave town without doing that.
We could totally just leave town. Just saying.
I feel like that's fucking it up a lot more than...
Not in my possession anymore, why do I care?
I hate this town, but if we can go back to that house and cause some property damage, it would make me feel much better.
Yeah. I mean, I want revenge for being pelted with fire. But anyway, Nearest will sit down at the table. So I have something to run past you guys. So from that fight with the goblin in this bar, and then convincing Spark to invest a bunch of money in defects when that didn't occur, sorry, defect.
I'm sorry.
I have a bit of an outstanding debt with Captain Spark, and she requires me to go pick up a couple of items to give to the goblins, and
I mean, we have to come back here?
No,
Is it just
we just have
shopping?
No. So there's some, like, ancient goblin artifacts from past civilizations that apparently Grig's dad is obsessed with. So, she knows the location of 2 items I have to retrieve, otherwise I might have some painful magical consequences.
So you have to help her to help Grig's dad?
No, part of it is just to clear some misunderstandings. I don't know this town. If anybody, you and Grig should understand this, but more or less, I have to just get some artifacts, or I'll be in a lot of trouble by the new year.
The New Year's a way
how
off?
far away? Yeah.
4
How
months.
far? Okay.
A little under 4 months, but yeah, 4 months.
So
I mean, it's not like it's next week.
Right, but we have to get all the way up to Barteria.
Oh, that's a little bit further away.
Yeah, it's up
That's
there.
not like hopping down to the marketplace.
Right. Which would be the longer trip, and I would prefer to get that one out of the way sooner rather than later. If you guys would like to help, it'd be appreciated.
I, in a way, got you into this mess because I failed the fight, so you have my axe.
I appreciate that. Now I'm
I'm in favor of anything
like Emily.
out of this town.
You what?
I'm in favor of any place that gets us out of this nature-forsaken town.
Yeah, and I might be able to charter us a boat. It could be fun. Yeah. So if you guys are down for that, I would like to go check out the harbor as well to try to find a Captain Kedden. If he's possibly in town to try to and get a ride up to what was it? Skulldug?
Skulldug. Yep.
Skulldug. So there's that as well. It is cool. I signed this contract, and then this runes flew off the page and circled around my wrist, and then a spectral manacle appeared, binding me to the contract, and then it went poof.
Cool.
I mean,
Not cool.
not really cool, because if you fail the contract, then
We don't know what's gonna happen.
it,
It just says I'm gonna be uncomfortable.
So, like when Grig doesn't write in the notebook.
Maybe. I know Bach just told the writer of the contract to just have fun with it, essentially, so I don't know what's gonna happen. Neither does she.
doesn't sound cool. I think you're misusing that word.
I'm trying to stay optimistic instead of having a mental breakdown. How about that?
Would it help to break into a house and break property?
Well, I'm already in a bunch of trouble with the police here.
Is that a no?
Slight concern before we book a boat out of here.
Should we check out the port and see if the boat is even here? Or when it might be expected?
I would like to at least try to. I could go do that now if you guys don't want to accompany me with that. It's I could go do that and let's see if I can get if it's here. Just because if I upset
Because, I mean,
more, I'd like to.
we don't know when this boat goes there, right? Like, it could leave tomorrow and it could leave in a month.
True. I hope not a month, because that would fuck me over a bit. Yeah. I understand we need to go back to the Wizard Towers, but Spoot doesn't look very responsive today, and then Nearest will just poke Spoot's cheek.
He
He's
kind
probably
of
in his shell.
he
Or
kind of
his
was like,
shell.
what? Oh, sorry, I was thinking.
Yeah, you're doing that a bit too much today. You might hurt yourself.
Oh. And he just kind of shrugs and kind of pulls his head into his shell a little bit.
Nearest is just gonna try to peek inside the shell.
You see his head.
Huh, I wonder how that feels. Strange. Anyway.
Oh, it's comforting. I don't know.
Huh.
So, shall we check out the port and then maybe do some breaking and entering and then go visit a wizard?
Sure.
In that order?
Maybe. I mean, definitely port first, and then maybe if Spoot starts randomly feeling better, we could do the wizard. I just know he had some things to say. I don't particularly care for that wizard very much. Definitely would like to throw some fire back at the people who threw fire at me.
Yeah, I like that too.
Still there.
Did I miss a spot? You
Said
said
if the people are still there.
Oh, I thought you said you got some there, and I was like, what?
No. No. If they're still there.
Got some foot.
Right, if they're still there. So, shall we head to the port?
Let's start.
All right, cool. So you head on down towards the port. It doesn't take you too long. I mean, Winton is an established city, but as you walk through the myriad sort of like, again, kind of buildings built on top of ruins that once existed and are kind of cobbled together and kind of slapdash, you make your way fairly quickly down. It's not an particularly expansive city. It's just very condensed.
Mm-hmm.
So you march your ways through these pirate town hook alleyways and streets, and eventually you come to the port, which is also fairly crowded, and the docks are very close to one another, and there are a few ships in berth.
Is there like a obvious dockmaster or office-y thing?
Make an investigation check.
Oh, this will be great. Ooh, 18.
Looking around, you don't see a particular office or anyone who seems to be a dock master. There are people standing around kind of looking bored, and there are obviously deckhands who are either waiting to get back on their ship or waiting to be picked up to go on a ship, kind of people waiting to be employed.
Having been in the harbor a few times, have I seen anybody that I recognize?
Actually, Nearest, you know that there is no official dock master in Winton. Every ship that berths here does so at their own risk, and so if they leave the berth, it might not be there when they get back. Because if another ship comes in, the business of that ship will do it. In fact, you know that each berth is privately owned. So if you know who owns the berth, you are more likely to get it held for you. Which, of course, like most things in Winton, is just about how much money you have.
Right.
Can we read the names of the ships that are in berth?
Yep. So you are looking for the
Mossy Mold.
Mossy Mold. And you do not see a Mossy Mold currently here among the 3 or 4 ships that are in the harbor at the moment. However, with that investigation check, you do notice a couple people who, while not in like dockmaster garb, are definitively like sitting at the edge of some of the empty berths.
Those people might know more than the average deckhand looking for work.
You get that impression.
Sure. I'll jaunt over to them.
Cool. You come up to this first one. It's a halfling with kind of a big scar over their right eye, and kind of a sash over their shoulder, and very kind of like stained, grubby clothes. But despite that, they are wearing a very nice kind of overcoat with like kind of a frock jacket. Very like, British Navy kind of jacket over their grubby clothes.
Interesting. Hi. I'm just trying to find where the Mossy Mold berths. Do they have a normal spot here?
Looks up at you and your party. Could be that they do. I happen to know where most ships berth here, those that can afford it, of course.
I walk over to Greg and I just like put my arm into the bag of holding. And I'll pull out 2 gold. I'll put it in the guy's hand.
Ah, yeah. Old Captain Kevin, he docks right here at this berth number 4, which is the berth immediately behind this individual.
Oh, I'm gonna fucking kill this bitch.
According
Telekinesis.
to the schedule, he should be here tomorrow.
All right. I did insight check.
Yeah, make an insight check.
I'm trying to use the wrong character sheet. No, we're gonna re-roll that one.
Okay,
That's better.
what'd you get?
16.
On a 16, this guy doesn't seem to be cheating you. Like, you get the sense that, like, when you gave him 2 gold, like, that was way more than he thought he was going to get out of you, so he's very happy with his current stance in life.
Okay. Do you by any chance know if it's more morning or evening?
Oh, well,
Depends on the weather.
according to the schedule, he should be here by morning. But, of course, you know, if the squall comes up, maybe we might not get in. But all goes well, should be here in the morning tide.
Alright. Yeah, weather's unexpected, but I didn't know if it was scheduled for evening and then it'd be another, like, day. So, alright. There's number 4. I appreciate it.
Of course, happy to help. You need anything else, you come right back and ask Scabby. That's me. Scabby.
Scabby?
Scabby.
Yeah. Scabby Six Toes, they call me.
That's, I'll have to ask you about that one day.
Can I ask you today? Do you really
What?
have 6 toes?
Don't you?
No.
I look down at my toes. In my sandals. No?
Well, then how many do you have?
10. Why are you making me doubt my toes?
Well, how do you have 10 toes if you don't have 6? And he cackles at his own joke.
How much psychic damage is that?
Infinite, but it's all subdual psychic, so it's just a small headache.
God.
What does the weather look like it's doing today?
You can make a survival check.
I would love to make a survival check. I love survival checks. Oh, not that great though. 10.
Looks fine.
Like it's clear.
Yeah, a couple clouds,
Windy.
but not. You know, it's that tail end of summer, early end of or early start of fall, kind of just about to be harvest season kind of deal.
Do I hear anything on the wind?
Ooh, interesting. You are weathery. You can make a survival check if you want.
Fuck.
Unless you think something else would apply here.
I'm proficient in survival, 23. I forgot about that.
Ooh.
Well, there you go.
Olive
Nereus,
is too, and she still rolled shitty.
Nereus, you can tell on the wind. You kind of listen. You are attuned to storms and such things, and you do not sense one on the immediate horizon over the next day or so.
Should be clear. Everything seems fairly quiet. So, well, that's good to know. Shall we go for a jaunt and look at that house that we saw last night?
Yes.
I suppose so. Do we need to do any? Do we need any materials before we leave this town? If we're gonna potentially leave tomorrow, do we need to do any supply?
I think we've
Stuff.
resupplied more than enough.
Okay.
If I
Just
go
checking
and
to see if
resupply it
anyone had
before
used
Greg
up
can
anything.
kill me.
That's fair.
I'm fairly low maintenance, especially with magic.
Fair. Then shall we go check out a shack?
Sure.
All right. You make your way up to the kind of south but a little more inland from the docks here. And you get to the nearby area. It is you get up to the house. You see it's there. It's kind of down a little alley, and it's right up next to a couple other little buildings. It's not quite a slum, but it's in disrepair. What would you like to do?
Are there any windows, openings that we can peek through without
Just
like
look
opening the
outside.
front door?
Knock on the
Most
front
of
door.
them
Girl Scout
are.
cookies.
Ooh, Girl Scout cookies.
Good
Most of them are indeed boarded over, like with slats of wood. At least on the ground floor, and a couple on the upper floor that you can see. But you know that Spoot was able to send his arcane eye through there last evening.
Right. Are there any rats, small animals about?
Yeah.
Great. I'm gonna talk to a rat.
Cool. Are you
Take
using
my
are you using a spell slot?
We're not in a rush, right? I'll take the 10 minutes to.
Well,
to
I
ritual
will
cast it.
say these rats are like scurrying around. They're not like hanging out there. They're like scurrying around, eating something. So
Sure,
like
but I don't need to. I
they
don't
may
need to
they may
hold
not
the-
be there in 10 minutes is what I'm saying.
I don't need to hold the rat to cast the spell, though. There needs to be a rat around in 10 minutes.
Yeah, you can gamble on there being a rat around in 10 minutes.
Okay, I will just cast the spell.
It's up to you.
I mean, it's the first level. Your
It is.
big guns are the fancy wild shapes you have now.
It's true. So great. I will grab myself a rat and ask it if there's been any humanoids coming and going
Cool.
through this door.
You
lately.
cast the spell, grab a rat, and it's like, ah, how dare you! Unhand me, you foul creature! How dare you! What is this? I have done nothing to
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
Release
yeah.
me immediately. Do you know who I am?
No, I don't. Hi, I'm Olive, and I have a question for you.
I am Lord Rattigan Percival von Rattigan the 10th. That's right.
Well,
My
it
first
is
name and last name are the same. So what? You have a silly name, Olive. What do you want?
Keep it as a pet. Keep
Let's
it
go
as a
with me
pet.
immediately.
Well, it is lovely to make your acquaintance, good sir. I am here to see if I'm here to ask I have a question for you. Have there been many personages coming and going through your domain here?
Of course. I allow people to enter my territories as they will, because they often leave such delicious treats and stuff behind, and it's quite nice. So I tolerate it.
Very good. Are there people in this house right now?
No. There were. They left quite
When
a
did they
nice
leave?
meal, actually.
How long ago was that?
I don't know. Not sun up early, but not just a moment ago. I don't really have a
Today.
concept of time like you do. I am a rat, remember?
But today, since the last darkness.
Yes, I know what the day is. It was post dawn, is what I'm saying.
Right. I'm going to offer him some rotted apple.
Ah, that's more like it. Now, ahem, after scarfing down this rotted apple, now that you have appeased me, release me immediately.
I've got some more rotted apple. Is there anything else you can tell me about the people that come and go from this house? I have a lot of rotted apples.
Make an animal handling check.
I feel like you need to get rid of that because eventually it's going to cause like a pestilence.
20. I'm feeding them to this rat. Hush.
He looks at the bit of rotted apple and looks back up at you. Indeed. They received a message from a small male child of some sort, and it was on a piece of that, I don't know, that flat stuff that they look at. It has the
Sure.
markings on it. And after that, they spoke in a hurry and then left their meal. It is still warm, and it's quite good. My chancellor and my consort are still eating it at the moment. Inside.
Anyone have anything else they want to ask this rat?
By the way, this whole thing, the rat is just like squeak, 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 squeak,
I was
squeak.
gonna say, like, we can't actually understand what's happening here.
I'm just gonna turn to
We're just
defects.
hearing you squeak.
Yep,
I just
and
heard
all
the
of his
defect.
squeaking in kind.
I will look up at my friends and say, he says that there were people here and they left. Is there anything else we need to know?
I don't.
They seemed quite interested in that piece of paper or that piece of flat stuff that they had.
Did they leave it behind?
I think so. I think they crumpled it up and threw it in a bin. Or in the moldy fireplace, but they didn't quite get it in, but nobody seemed to check.
Well, I've got this bag of apples still. If you'll bring me that crumpled piece of paper, I'll give you the rest.
Very well. Release me and I shall
I will
return postwith.
I will set him down gently.
Excellent. He scurries the fuck off into the house through like one of the slats and
I don't know if I like him or Jersey the most.
I like Lord Raddington.
About 2 minutes later, he comes back, kind of hauling a like crumpled, torn piece of paper that's obviously been caught on wood or whatever as he was like getting it out. But he drops it, looks up at you. Very well, I have fulfilled my end of the bargain. I demand payment and recompense.
Thank you very much, and I will give them all of the rotting apples that I've been carrying around for way too long.
So you dump the like 4 or 5 remaining rotten apples on the ground, and
And I take the piece of paper.
Yep, you take it. He stands upon them and proudly kind of stands up on his hind legs and said, "Ah, I have conquered the world and fed my family for quite a long time. You may go, mortal. You have reign to traverse through my territory anytime you have more of these things. Now be gone."
Pleasure doing business with you, sir.
Yes, yes, yes. And as you
guys,
leave, you
so,
hear him call back, "Chancellor, bring the children!" And you all see this like cacophony of like 30 or 40 rats just kind of swarm over the apples and just begin devouring them in the middle of the street.
Ugh. Gross.
All right, friends. The good news: the people that were here have left, but they left behind this note. Also, I'm no longer carrying around a bag of rotting apples.
I think
Win-win.
those were
I think that's a better news.
really bad. How torn
Oh no,
up-
that's the incense you smell.
Oh, we need to get rid of that.
No.
So what does the note say? Read it.
Yeah, it's in common. It's not hard to read. It says, "We're going now. Get to the roof."
Let's get
To the roof.
let's get up to that roof.
Shall we then?
Tally ho.
So you all book it to the direction of that roof, which takes about 10 minutes or so. 15, about 10, 15 minutes. You book it. And you get there.
Do we pass any of the talons?
The tenants?
Tenants, yes.
Yeah, like they're patrolling around. They're kind of lackadaisically patrolling, and some of them are like leaning on buildings or corners, and they watch you as you run.
I would like to, like, Alvin Defect can keep running. I'll go over to some. A friend of mine said that the people who they believe hit me with a bunch of firebolts outside the arena last night are back up where they were before. He said they're trying to break into the arena.
This woman looks at you. She's like, "I don't know who you are, but they're trying to break into the arena, they're gonna have a hard time. It's got its own
Hey.
private guard force.
They're using magic.
Oh. Alright. We'll look into it.
They're going right now. I kind of want to see who hit me with a bunch of fire last night, so I would hope that you guys would like to come with. And then I'm just gonna...
Yeah. Alright, make a persuasion check for me.
Yeah. $27.
The guard next to her is like, yeah, we heard about that at the morning briefing, remember? Oh, yeah. Alright. Well, let's go to this roof. Go on. Lead the way. And you can start running again, and they clod after you. Poof, 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 poof. So, when you get to the roof, make a perception check. Defect and all of you get there first. So,
19.
Oh, look at that.
nice. You look up, and you do not see anyone up on the roof.
I look to Olive. Do you think we're too late?
You do know that from your vantage point down here, you can't see like the middle of the roof. Like you just don't see anybody around the edges because like it is 90 feet up.
I mean, we might be, or we just might not be able to see them from here.
I start climbing up.
All right, you start climbing up. Nereus, you and your guards arrive. You've got two tenants with you. You arrive as Defect is about 20 feet off the ground, climbing up.
That's my friend. They were up there, the ones that hit me last night. Up on that roof. They're using magic. There could be something up there.
All right, well, let's get up there.
You want a lift?
What?
Let's not waste magic on this. It might be a battle, possibly.
Fair.
Me and my little tiny arms start climbing, so.
Yeah, you can head up there.
5 hours. Sure. All right, we'll climb.
Okay. Yeah, it's not terribly difficult. Like it's part, there's planks of wood sticking out, or whatever ruins this building was once made of. And again, there's not too many people out because everybody's still nursing pretty big hangovers, including the guards, actually. But you all get up there. Defect, you get up there first. A few moments before the others, as you crest the side here, you immediately see a little gnome that you recognize as Prank, just kind of sitting on the ground, leaning against a wall on the far side, like a little bit of the roof that's like comes up and out, and he's just sitting there. Oh, it's you.
Frank.
Yep. It was defunct, right?
Defunct.
Defect.
Defect. Sorry about that. Were you the one who ruined my thing last night? I didn't think you had it in you.
I don't do magic.
Huh. And this is just to confirm, Nearest and all of you're all climbing up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. This is where you all start climbing up, and and the two guards are a little bit below you because they are not as capable as Defect is, and they waited for you to go up because you seem to be eager, and they were like, "Eh." But
Frank,
they are following you.
where are they?
They're doing their thing. They've got about 6 minutes, and then the door closes.
You mean
yeah.
they're in the arena?
Yep.
So this is the same rooftop where I can see into the arena. Do I see anything if I look
Make a
into it?
perception check.
Come on, Eagle Eyes. Yes.
16?
Yeah.
With a 16, you see the portcullis on like the other side of the open sands, and you do see three figures just kind of standing in the middle of the arena sands. You also notice that there are a couple of guards like outside the arena that seem to be oblivious to this fact.
Defect groans. I'm sorry, if I remember correctly, he said 6 minutes, meaning like he'll zap them back up to the rooftop or to somewhere else.
You don't know what he
Did he-
means. He just said they've got
Okay.
6 minutes,
Okay.
which about
So
30
I'll
seconds
turn
has
to-
gone by this point.
Right.
Are we up there yet?
Yep, Nereus and all of you crest up about this time.
Do we
Where?
see
Um,
anything besides Prank? Like, do we see an obvious portal or anything?
You don't. Prank
once I
Prank
see-
is about 25 feet away from you on the other side of the roof.
once I see everyone come up over, I'll quickly say like they're already inside. Frank here says they have maybe 5 minutes now before
Actually, exactly 5 minutes. And he just kind of like twiddles his thumbs a little bit, just kind of casually leaning against the wall.
So how does one get
We'll
in there?
casually
as well?
approach him.
Oh, you could use the door.
Where is it?
It's right there. And he points immediately in front of him, like towards you all.
I'm just gonna start walking over and then look at where he was pointing.
Yeah, you walk about halfway between you, and then you kind of look behind you again after a certain point you step, and your friends are gone, and what you see is a swirling black and gray cloudy vortex just kind of swirling right behind you, or like right in front of you now. Ah, you found the door.
That's a neat trick. I have to learn that one.
Yeah, sure.
So the people who hit me with the bunch of fire last night are in there?
Yep. Well, through there.
Right.
I don't know what they're doing. I am just a doorman.
Would it be a shame if the door just closed on them?
Yeah,
And
but
then they'd just be trapped in the arena.
With the guards. And maybe us.
I mean, you'd have to go through. They've got about 4 minutes.
Right. Are the city guard up here yet?
They're just climbing up and over now.
perhaps
Olive
maybe
would like to walk and try to position herself right next to the door, so that she's looking at the space that people will emerge from the door into.
Mm-hmm.
Turn to the guards.
I will say there's quite a lot of them. So
How many's a lot?
About 8 or 10 or 12, something like that. But fighting on this roof might not be a good idea.
Right, I'm gonna turn to the guards. They've already used the magical doorway that's right here to get
Where?
into the arena. If you come here, you can see it's right here.
They kind of clomp over, and like even with just the four of you here in this small area, like between Prank and the thing, it's become quite tight.
Right.
Olive is going to try to stand so that she's behind the portal, but within an arm's reach of the space in front of the portal, if that makes sense.
Yeah. If like more
Like,
bodies take up this area, like everything's gonna, like any attacks or whatever would
imagine-
be at disadvantage. It's very
I
tight.
imagine
Right,
we're
but
going
like
to the portal.
I'm hiding behind the door if it
I
was
get
a
it,
physical
yeah.
door.
Yeah, I gotcha.
And I'm going to draw the latch blade.
Don't do that. That
Okay.
would.
Like not aggressively, but just I'm going to have it handy.
Why would you send them?
To the astral sea.
With the item that we want from them that they might be stealing.
Well, they got about
you
2
rather
minutes.
Would you rather have them all on this rooftop with us?
No, we can go into the arena.
Defect,
and
make a perception
go
check.
explore with them. At least
I'm all for that. This is Plan B.
7.
Okay, you are antsy. You've been promised a fight, and like you know from being a warrior that this rooftop is not conducive to a fight, but the arena certainly is.
I'm going to turn to Olive and say, why not turn me into a bird, and I'll grab as many of you as I can, and we'll fly down to the center of the arena there.
Well, we
The
can't-
door.
No, remember there's an anti-magical kind of field to prevent cheating around it, so I think that might affect your transformation. We can just walk through this door right here and be in the arena.
Yeah. If you want to be in the arena, go through the door.
Go through the door, Nereus.
Hold on, I'm gonna look at the tenants. The people that hurt me are in there. I'm gonna go have a word with them. I don't know if you want to rouse anybody. There's a bunch of them.
Yeah, we're gonna go alert the guards at the arena, and they turn around and begin
Do
to
they-
climb down the
Do
side.
they look like they're actually going to?
Make an insight check.
This seems perhaps not what we were hoping for.
Natural 20.
Yeah, they seem serious.
Alright. Defect. Are you ready to go?
Yes.
Nereus-
He's going to quickly lean into towards Nereus and say, can we trust Prank on this? He's being very nice and helpful right now.
He got paid to what he's going to do. I alerted the guard. They know the situation because I got hit with a bunch of shit last night, so... Do you want to go have some fun?
Defect, a little bit wary about, this magic portal and Prank, but
Nereus, as he says, do you want to have some fun? We'll just back into the portal and walk through it backwards.
Okay, Nereus, poof, disappears. As soon as he steps through the portal, he is gone from your vision.
Can we see
I'll-
him in the arena?
If you want to take the time to make a perception check and see what happens, sure.
no, I'm going to run through the door.
All right. Olive will continue to hold the latch blade because, by golly, it's also her main weapon, and jump and follow them both.
All right. All 5 of you and the invisible sprite Paduke poof, 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 rush through this portal. And we see, after you do so, Prank leaning against the wall in kind of like that camera pan mode. Camera pans over. And he's like, well, they got about 2 minutes. We'll see. And you all poof, 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 emerge onto the sands. Immediately, you see 2 warriors clad in black and another in black robes standing guard at the portal just in case. And I'm going to need everyone to roll initiative because when we come back from break, we're going to have a fight.
Oh,
So
finally.
we'll be right back, everybody. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we will have our little battle here, and we'll see what goes down against these people. So we will be right back in 5 minutes, everyone. Just a quick, short little bio break. Thank you for sticking with us. We'll be right back. Hello, everyone. We are back. When we last left off, our intrepid party had just hopped through a portal onto the sands of the arena and found 3 armored individuals and 1 robed individual kind of standing guard. All that being said, we're gonna start some battle here. Yeah. It's going to be interesting. Here we go. All right. So, Defect, you jump through the portal, followed quickly by everybody else. Everybody arriving is that first round, and they have seen you, so we start at the top of the round with Greg is going to be first up. So let us go to the battle map. Battle map, here we go. Dun dun dun.
Zoom out. Oh, I love this.
Yes.
Nice.
Oh, there we are.
Behold the arena. One little thing that I should do, it is the morning, which means that the torchlight is irrelevant, and here's the daylight.
Yay!
So indeed, it is in a little arena that we are in.
Oh, hold on just a second. I didn't get a chance to long rest Grig here, so I need to
Sure.
put her back up at full.
Yep, you can put them back to full. You see the portcullis down here. It is open, despite the artwork saying it is closed, but it is indeed open. And this red line you see here, that is the portal that you just poured out of.
I don't see a red line.
Yeah, no.
That's because it's on the wrong layer. There it is. Bonk. So there it is.
All right.
Now I see a red line.
Yep.
All right, so we've all just come through that portal.
Yep. And you have all just poured out. And so Greg is up first. They are right next to this handsome black armored individual.
Okay. Well, Grig. Remember here. Where is it?
What will Greg do?
Grig is going to bring out the catapult.
Chomper?
The chomper, yeah. Sorry. That's a bonus, right, to make? Or is that an action?
I think to bring it out, it is an action, if I remember correctly.
An action.
And it's a bonus action to use.
Yeah.
And the bonus, that's it. Okay. So, yep. As an action, he'll, Greg will bring out Chomper. This would be the damage-dealing Chomper.
Okay. Great.
And the only thing, though, is that I would bonus action use Chomper to attack, but Grig is also right there in the thick of things, which Grig usually does not like. So Grig will use bonus action...
Disengage.
Disengage, yeah.
Oh, I can.
And we'll run off to the side a bit. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25? This is Greg's movement speed, right?
Okay. No, they have a 30 movement speed.
Oh, 30. Okay. So extra 5 feet move out. So that was action, bonus action, movement.
Yep. Chomper's with you.
All right. So that's it.
All right. That brings us then to Defect. Paduk is on deckish, followed by Nereus.
Defect is obviously going to the rage.
All
We'll
right,
jump
you
to-
rage.
Yep. We'll swing over to here,
Yeah,
and we'll attack this guy right here.
yeah, go for it.
Rage. You know what? Let's
Yeah.
be reckless.
Okay, yeah, he's got a big
Yeah,
great
let's
sword
do
up
it.
in front of him. So
Yeah, let's be reckless. And then I'll do my -5 plus 10.
okay,
So let's do this. Hope for the best. Oh my god.
Oh, no.
all right,
No.
you swing your axe on your first strike, and something about being on the sands, like you think, all right, this is my chance to
Yeah,
shine,
PTSD.
and you bring it in, but something twinges, and you just don't make a connection as he quickly sidesteps from the blow. You've got another attack, though.
I'll do the exact same thing.
All right.
All right, much better. So that would be an 18 to hit.
Yeah, this time you're coming in and you're gonna like land him good, but he quickly sees what you're saying and uses his reaction and boom, puts the sword down and glances away the axe at the very last minute.
This place is a curse to me.
It is.
All right.
It is now his turn, and he swings his greatsword at you twice. First attack is a 22 to hit.
Yep.
So he lands a solid blow, slashing down your body for 13 points of slashing damage, reduced to 6 because of your rage. His second attack is not forceful enough to damage you. It bounces off of the natural stone and metal that your body is comprised of as an arcanaton.
Nice. Okay.
However, these two move in to attack from behind. One of them takes 2 swings towards Olive. Olive, does a 13?
Oh, ouch.
Does a 13 hit you?
Just.
All right.
Even with your new armor?
It's my armor class.
All right.
That's with my new armor.
All right. You feel the greatsword slash down across your back, digging into the soft spots between the plates of the armor. 11 points of slashing damage. He then wields the greatsword and kind of brings it back around for a second attack as you turn to face him. A 24 to hit, dealing you another 13 another 13 slashing damage as he drags the edge of the blade across your side, digging in.
Oh.
The third one steps, Spoot's right there, so he makes 2 attacks on Spoot. The first attack bouncing off of Spoot's hard shell. The second attack with a 24 will hit Spoot as he whirls around and kind of sidesteps down to get a more advantageous shot on a not back of shell spot, kind of coming in from the side to deal 10 points of damage to the turtle. And that is their turn. Next up, we have Paduk. Nereus, you're on deck, followed by Olive.
I'm going to turn invisible.
Paduk's already invisible.
Great.
So, as far as you know, he can move without issue.
Great. He's going to bop over and hang out by Greg because he doesn't do this melee thing.
Mm-hmm. Anything else?
Not yet, no.
All right.
Nope, I think that's it.
All right, Nereus, we are up to you.
All right.
All of you are on deck, followed by Spoot.
I'm assuming I see my fellow caster over there.
Oh yeah, like they are not invisible or anything. You see them clad in black.
Cloak.
Mm-hmm.
Get him, Nereus.
I I bet his cloak doesn't billow.
It doesn't. You know what? Let's go for the old tried and true. I would like to subtle spell telekinesis.
Ooh. Okay.
And then hold on, is that an act? It's an action to cast, but I forget if it's as your action each round. Oh wait, hold on. No, I take that back.
Okay.
Okay, for now I'm just going to just so I can move away. This person's clad in armor, right?
They are.
Alright. Shocking grasp, but it's at advantage because they're wearing metal.
Cool. You reach so you reach out to grab this person.
27.
Cool. Just a moment. Let me check something. Shocking grasp is a cantrip, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, yep. All right, so you do that. 27 absolutely hits. Go ahead, roll your damage.
9.
Woo! Yep, nothing they can do about that. And their next attack has disadvantage. Is that true?
No, they cannot. They don't have any more react, or they lose their opportunity. I can move without opportunity attack.
Cool.
Yeah, so they lose their reaction.
Oh,
he
shit.
loses his reaction. Cool.
Sorry, ignore that. I clicked the wrong thing. Yeah, they lose their reaction.
Great. Yep. Cool. So he does not have a
That's
reaction.
energy damage. Yeah. I'm just gonna mosey on over here.
All right.
You look like you're going to be some fun.
All right. Anything else from Nereus?
No, that's it.
All right. Olive, it is your turn. Spoot is on deck. And
Cool.
Greg is on deck-ish.
Okay.
I'm gonna double wild shape into an earth elemental.
Ooh,
Whoa,
this is a first.
Oh, what?
Okay. Very cool. Very cool. I dig it.
An earth element?
So
That's an earth elemental.
what does your earth elemental? Well, actually, you're an earth elemental, so I'm just going to do this. What does your earth elemental look like?
that
I just
picture
put a
there?
picture. I just put a picture in the chat.
Oh, did you?
Defects
sure
and
did.
all.
Actually,
It's a large elemental who appears to be made out of rock.
very cool. Very cool. Cool. Yeah. So there is a big old rock humanoid shape now. I'm going to have him make a strength saving throw to avoid being knocked prone by your thing. What's your spell save
Cool.
DC?
Oh, Olive's spell save DC is Why do you ask hard questions? I don't know the answer to this. I'm looking.
I think you're 16.
I think you are correct,
All right,
but
cool.
I can't find it at the moment.
So then he gets pushed back and is knocked prone by the rapid expansion of your body into this massive earth elemental form.
Yes. It was 16.
Great.
I've lost the battle map as a result of becoming an earth elemental. I'm looking at a giant black square.
There you
Oh,
go.
that's better. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know why that token lost its vision.
Your Earth Elemental mecha suit was still booting up.
Cool.
Fair.
All right, so Earth Elemental, check. That's your bonus action.
Yeah. That's
All
right,
right.
because I can wild shape as bonus action.
Yep.
And then she's gonna turn around and slam that thing that hit her.
Yeah.
Fuck yes,
With
I
a
am.
natural 20. That is a critical.
Nice.
Excellent. That absolutely hits.
Bam!
Fantastic. Yeah. You smash into him for how much damage? Ooh, 22.
22.
Damn.
And
Damn.
to do that twice.
Yeah, you do. 32 damage on this guy. Boom. Oh, that hurts. Wow.
Hurt where you
Okay.
stabbed me.
Cool. All right. That's an amazing turn. Damn. All right.
It hurt when
Next-
you stabbed me too.
Yeah.
How do you like your new health pool?
Yeah. That's amazingly impressive. All right.
The elementals are
That brings us to Spoot. An earth elemental has just appeared behind you, or has just appeared next to him, which I don't think Olive has done before. So this is
Yeah.
a new development.
Yeah, Spoot's gonna look at it and just mentally be like, I have to ask them about that later. And then is going to cast wrong spell sheet. Hold person
All right.
on the guy in front of him.
All right.
DC 17 wisdom.
Okay. So, Spoot, you go to cast, and what level spell is that?
Second.
Okay. The magic is not there as the cloaked individual in front of Nereus reaches out a hand towards Spoot and counterspells.
Counterspell.
Oh, you're going to counterspell the counterspell?
Yes, but I'm gonna be a dick. When I see him starting to do that, because I recognize it,
Uh-huh.
I'm just going
Well, make an
to,
Arcana check to recognize it, first of all.
Oh. Well, it has vocal and somatic components, no?
It does. It's just the spell level, so it's just a 13.
20.
Yeah, you totally know he's going to counterspell Spoot's ability.
Okay. I'm going to... Yeah, I'm just gonna be an asshole. Subtle spell, counterspell.
All right, so this guy goes to counterspell, and nothing happens. And he looks down and looks at you, but confused because you didn't say anything.
Huh? Were you trying to do something?
He looks perplexed and confused. So the knight in black armor there fails the save and is paralyzed.
Yes.
All right, so Spoot is concentrating on that. Excellent. Anything else from Spoot?
No. Yes, Boot is just going to 5, 10, 15, 20. Wait, where are the doors? I'm sorry. Where?
South of you on the map, the portcullis.
Oh, that's the only one?
That is the only entry out of and onto the sands.
Okay, alright.
Aside from the portal behind us.
Correct.
Right, I just didn't know if there was, like, a hidden one under here or something that we can't see, like just the map?
Nope.
All right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, we're just gonna go right there. And then hold on. I'm not used to Spoot anymore. Yeah, no, that's it.
All right. Next up, we have the individual who is now very upset at Nereus.
Why is he upset at me?
Actually, that's true. He doesn't know what you are, or that you counterspelled him, but he's still not happy about you being here.
That's fair.
We did invade their robbery.
Oh, no,
We invaded their breaker and entering.
that part. Totally.
So, Nereus, as you look at him, he kind of sneers and waves his hands and disappears.
Mhm.
And that is what he does. On his turn. Next up, we have Greg back at the top of the round.
Excellent. Greg is going to take advantage of the one that's on the ground here. Just do a simple firebolt.
A 10 does not
At
hit.
advantage. But it's prone still, right?
He is
It's a
prone, which
distance
means
attack.
a ranged attack has disadvantage. So a 10 misses.
Stupid. All right. Well, then we go to Chomper. And Chomper will do his Force Ballista on it.
Yeah, totally.
Which is also a ranged attack.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
19. Double 19.
A 19, 19 will hit. However, he brings up his great sword and kind of just to deflect the force bolt. That pching goes flying off without incident.
They can do that on ranged attacks?
Maybe not. Let me double check.
I thought like parry.
Nope. Can't do it on ranged attacks. Only melee attacks. So good call. So yeah, he goes to block it. It doesn't work, and pching gets him right in the armor, and he takes 14 points of force damage. Damn.
And slides on the ground.
Mhm.
That's true.
And slides 5 feet closer to the giant earth elemental.
I mean, he's just like, poof. Anything else from Greg?
No, that's it.
All right, defect. We are up to you. The Duke is on deck-ish.
Same guy, same method as before, reckless, and with the -5 plus 10.
Yep, go for it.
Nice. So that's a 22 to hit.
That will absolutely hit.
27 points of damage.
Right. Yeah. Oof.
And he will do it again. Let's see. That's a 17 to hit.
Which does not
No,
hit.
damn it.
Does not hit. All right.
Nope.
Answer unclear.
Okay. At least I got one in.
Yep. Very cool.
You and
Alright.
your axe names.
Yeah.
Answer unclear. Axe again later. This is what you do in your downtime. You come up with
It
axe
is.
puns.
Yeah.
All right. So the next thing that happens is you all hear the sound of running feet and armor and boots running, rushing, and pouring out into the sand. And you turn your heads and you see a group of people running onto the sand. In armor, in robes, clad in black. You see reinforcements. This grouping of individuals has appeared at the initiative count of 20, and they will have turns this round.
Oh shit.
But we are back up at the 20 count with the knights up here. So, defect, 2 attacks at advantage against you.
Yep.
The first attack misses. The second attack, a 17.
Misses.
Both attacks miss. That one hit you landed on him just really messed him up. And he is having a lot of trouble getting at you. The next guy stands up from where he was. And, is just, wow. Yeah.
Yeah?
He's just going to try to greatsword this big rock thing in front of him because he fails with a 7 on 2 attacks.
Yeah.
Yep. Does the last one, he's currently under hold person, does he get a save at the end of that? Or at the end of his turn?
Hold on. I think so. There it is. Yes. End of the turn.
All right. He can't do anything else. So at the end of his turn, he makes a wisdom saving throw and does not succeed. So he is still held. That brings us to Paduk with Nereus on deck.
Paduk's gonna bop over here and cast Aid.
All right. Paduk turns visible.
Yep. From there, he's getting Nereus, Defect, and Grig.
All right. Nereus, Defect, and Grig all get aid.
And I think he gets 10 more feet of movement, so he's just flying away from the action as far as that takes him.
Very cool.
Which I think that's it.
Cool. And that's not even concentration. That's so good. Yeah. All of your hit point maxes increase by 5. Those who are affected by the spell, which is great. You don't gain them right away, but your max has increased. So.
No, you get them as well.
Do you?
Each target's hit point maximum and current hit points increase by 5.
Excellent. So well done. Good job, Paduk. All right, that brings us to Nereus.
I like how all these bowling pins just lined up for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I just don't know how bad I want to mess them up.
Well, the answer should be really bad, right?
They did indeed. I just have so many fun spells that I want to hit.
You just want to, yeah, it sounds like you want to toy with them like a kid.
I do. We'll just start with, tried and true AoE.
They might not stay clumped together for long.
Right. That was my other thinking. So, because I know there's casters. Subtle spell Fireball. 5th level.
Ooh.
Lightning damage. So I'm going to need DC 18 dexterity saving throws. But I'm just going to since they don't see any casting, I'm just gonna be like, oh my god, what's over there? And point towards the middle of them.
Fascinating.
And then it's
subtle
going to
spell.
erupt.
Jesus.
Yeah, buddy.
Wow, that is. Without somatic or verbal components. Ah, that's such a dick move. All right, yeah. Well, all right. So they're gonna
You've
make
met
some
our
rolls.
sorcerer, right?
What?
I said, Jared, you've met our sorcerer, right? He's kind of a dick.
Oh yeah, no, it's fine.
No, but I'm gonna like point towards the center, and there's gonna be just like a little glowing bead in the middle of them, and then just.
Hmm.
And I mean that in the best way possible.
I know I cause problems.
All right. Out of the 8 individuals there, none of them rolled above a 14.
All right. So we're gonna roll some 10d6 damage. Hold on, let me mess with my sorcery points really quick.
Oh, you upcast it?
Yeah, I said 5th level.
Oh, okay. I missed that. But yeah, that is.
I see 9 people there.
It is 9. Sorry. Regardless, none of them.
So it's just gonna be like this explosion of just lightning everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm on the wrong character sheet. There we go. Like I was clicking like the damage. I was like, why isn't it going?
Yeah, roll 10d8. Fire damage. Boom.
10d6.
10d6, yes. 10d8, that'd be horrible.
Lightning.
Hold on. And then
Wait,
I'm
there's
going
more?
to, yeah,
Ooh.
I'm going to use Empowered Spell, so I'm going to expend another sorcery point to re-roll some of those.
Okay.
So I'm gonna
Wow,
re-roll the
okay.
2, the 1, and 3 of, or the 2 2s, the 1, and 2 of the 3s, because I can re-roll up to my Charisma modifier.
Okay. So roll 5d6.
Eh,
All right. So
Slightly
The 13 plus a 12, so 25.
it only goes up by 1, I believe.
2, I think. Because
Yeah,
it was 2 2s, 2 3s, and a 1. So
2 2s, 2 3s, and 1.
37.
So yeah, so 2. All right. So 37 points of damage. Holy bananas.
the game was just like, no, you need to stop. We're not re-rolling.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, that fucked him up pretty bad. Oof. So Nereus just got a big old target painted on him.
I figured I always do have that.
Well, you do when that happens.
And then I would like to run.
Yeah, where are you going?
I want to hide behind the big earth elemental. Or actually, no,
careful, careful, there's a portal behind me.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then I'm just gonna bonus action tempt you.
You're gonna what?
No. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna stay here.
Okay. Well,
Or actually, no, I'm gonna burn a 2nd level spell slot and get back 2 sorcery points. That's what I'm gonna do.
cool. Cool. Well, I need you and Spoot to make a dexterity saving throw.
Solid. Can I see who's casting it or no?
Make a perception check.
Fuck. 8.
You're not sure. The smoke cleared and you booked it.
Fair. 21 for me.
Excellent.
And does this work?
Oh god.
That's Spoot. Oh, sorry. Wait, why did so 16 for Spoot?
Why does it do that?
I don't know. I only clicked it once.
There is something wrong with this thing. Well, okay, great. Cool. Wow, what shitty rolls. Cool. So instead of taking 19 fire damage, you and Spoot both take 8 points of fire damage as a paltry little fireball goes off right around you. And and then make another dexterity saving throw, you too.
Oof. Oof.
All right, this time another fireball immediately goes off next to you. And you each take... So they happen like right on top of the other. This second one got you both for 23 fire damage. To both of you. And I need Spoot to make 2 concentration saves. DC 10 and DC 11. For his hold person. Dun, 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 dun. I think you're muted.
8 and 23, that's 31. Yeah.
Yep, total of 31.
I had to math Spoot's health manually. There we go.
Math is hard.
Concentration.
Yep.
One,
A DC 10 and a DC 11.
2.
Yep. All right, yeah. Spoot maintains concentration. No worries. Cool. So these other knights, now smoking and smoldering in their armor, you hear one of them shout, "Form up!" as they move in to attack. The first one can get within range, drawing his greatsword. The others kind of split off. And kind of take wider positioning. He runs over there. And the one against defect swings his greatsword twice. Missing on the first attack, and 18 on the second attack.
That hits.
So you take 11 slashing damage reduced to 5 as he rakes his greatsword down over your shoulder, cutting into you. But yes. The others pick up their crossbows, and these 3 down here aim towards Nereus. What's your armor class, Nereus?
15.
Cool. Only one of them hits for 6 points of piercing damage. The other 3, 2 of them launch... Well, 2 of them would shoot at Nereus as well, and the third one will go shoot the big rock thing. Wow, both against Nereus miss. But scores a crit against the Earth Elemental for 8 piercing damage.
I'm resistant to piercing damage.
So you take 4.
How does it feel to say that?
Yeah.
Great. Why can't I click on it though?
Can't click on what?
All right. Apparently my token, my Roll20 is broken.
Let me check the token.
I can't click on the. Wait. Nope, I'm an idiot. I got it. I'm sorry. It was 4.
Yep. Total of 4.
Yep, got it.
Cool. Well, that is their turn, and they all look kind of annoyed that they were ineffective. So that brings us to Olive, who is an Earth Elemental.
Yeah. Olive is going to turn to the two things between, like, closer to the portal than she is,
Yep.
and slam and slam.
Which one is what?
So, sorry, the
Are they both against this guy?
No, one to that guy and one to the held person.
All right.
So held
cool.
person, and then the
Yeah.
know,
So
bam.
the first one misses against the other guy. The one against the hold person hits on a crit. And you just smash into him because he's held. He's got advantage anyway. And so you just blam, crush this guy's shoulder. And you hear a sickening as he just kind of sticks there. And you hear like, as he can't move. Does he get to make a save if he takes damage? Can you check on that, Nereus?
Yeah, I'm like.
Wow, he takes 23 damage. Damn, that's massive. Wow, that sucks. Olive Smash says I've got it in chat.
It's a pity I didn't hit them in the opposite order.
It is a pity.
No,
Do you have reach, or would you have had to move to do that?
10 feet.
Great. Then you're all good. All right. Excellent. Wow.
And
God, these guys are not doing well.
And then yeah, she's going to move over yonder toward this pile of people.
All right.
Oh, I think I can't see the squares, and I'm trying to put myself in the middle of a square.
Yeah, that's fine.
Great.
You incur 2 attacks of opportunity.
Well, one of those people is paralyzed, so
No. The one who moved away, like, you don't, but you move through this guy's threatened range to get down there.
I burrow through that guy's threatened range.
Oh, you used Earth Glide?
Yes. Sorry.
Ah, cool.
So just the one. I mean, the one Tommy gun.
I mean, the sand, yeah, sure, we'll allow it. Yeah, great. So yeah, you burrow down. So just the one guy's going to try to make a swing on you. That's a 12 to hit.
He misses.
Great. So that brings us to Spoot. With Grig on deck-ish. So what will Spoot do, Neria or Tanner?
Spoot is going to cast. What's that? Oh yeah. For a second, I was like, "Wait, why did I use 3rd level spells? I forgot I can't long rest Spoot." I'm gonna use Mass Healing Word on Spoot, Nereus, map. Defect and Olive.
Okay. You go to cast the spell, and nothing happens. It has been countered.
I thought I was out of the range. It's hard to see these squares.
It really is.
Fucking hell.
Squares are the same color as the sand.
Bonus action? That's a bonus action. Alright. We're just gonna Sacred Flame then. We'll Sacred Flame the paralyzed guy. Since he automatically fails his dex saving throw.
You can't do a bonus. Oh, I see. It was a bonus action for for the spell. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, he has disadvantage on a dex save.
No, they automatically fail, I think, for paralyzed.
Oh
Unless
yes. Nope, you're right. Paralyzed automatically fails dex saves. Yep. All right. Yeah. Go ahead. Roll that beautiful radiant damage.
This is not fucking D&D Beyond. All right.
D&D Beyond is like really slow and clunky right now. I've noticed. So.
Yeah, I think it's 2d8 plus 5.
Great.
14.
14 radiant damage.
Radiant sparkling turtle damage.
Yeah.
And
cool.
then he's just gonna kind of step away from Nereus because they just both exploded a little bit.
Yeah, totally. Cool. Very cool, very cool, very cool. So I'm going to need Constitution saves from Nereus and Spoot. As a massive freezing cone appears around you, encompassing the two of you.
What is the range of this spell?
I will remind you that there was someone who turned invisible.
Oh, fucking greater invisibility.
Yeah, so I need con saves from Nereus and Spoot.
Also, it's a 60-foot range
It is.
on Cone of Cold.
Yeah, so I could have counterspelled it. I didn't know that they were... I forgot about greater invisibility.
Yes, unfortunately, they are invisible. Nereus saves, and Spoot also saves. So both save, which is good.
Nice.
Because instead of taking 45 cold damage, you take 22.
Oh shit, how much HP did I have before? I think that's how much I should have. Whoops.
Very cool. And I will need a concentration check on Spoot for his hold person. DC 11. Yep. Oh, nope, that's from the Cone of Cold. 19. No problem. Spoot maintains concentration. Glorious. That brings us back to the top with Greg.
Fuck this area right here.
All right. Greg just saw them get hit. So
yes, they did.
Greg, let's see. Greg should have a healing spell. Where is it?
I think it's just Cure Wounds.
Yeah, I think they just have
That's a
cure
touch.
wounds.
Oh, that's a touch, though.
Yep.
All right. Greg, we'll eventually get to them, but we'll tackle this guy first.
Okay.
And then we'll just do another firebolt.
All right.
No, 13,
A
though.
13 will not hit. It bounces off the armor, the little fire bolt off the hammer. Ting! Ping! Off the armor.
Chomper will give it a try now. Come
Yep.
on, Chomper.
Oh.
Ten.
Chomper releases a bolt of force energy. But it too bounces off this black enameled armor. Just ting. You see a little
Free
divot in
action,
the sand.
Greg. Yeah, free action. Greg just sighs and says, I really hate this town.
That brings us to defect.
Between these two guys in front of me, who's worse for wear?
Make a medicine check.
A 10?
You don't know. One
Okay.
one is singed. The other one is the one you've been hitting with your axe.
Right. Okay. I'll just go after the one that I've been attacking. So same guy.
Yep.
Reckless. -5 plus 10.
Okay.
Yes. Actually, no.
A 17 will
Yeah,
not
maybe
hit.
16. Yeah. I'll go again, but this time I will not do the -5 plus 10.
Okay.
Oh.
Good.
Good thing you were reckless.
Yeah, 17 to hit, which I think still misses,
17
right?
still misses, but yeah, good thing you were reckless about it.
Right. Man, free action, defect size, and says, I really hate this town.
Next up, we have our armored folk who come in to take out defect with great swords. Two of them swing great swords at you twice. A 19, which hits you for 12 reduced to 6 slashing damage. And another 19 for 10 reduced to 5 as you get hit twice from the one in front of you. A 17 will miss you, but a 24 will hit you across the back, and you as you take 7 reduced to 3 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
The third one, end of his turn, he makes a wisdom saving throw. Nope. Rolls an 11. Wow. He doesn't even have bad wisdom. He's just, not rolling well.
Good.
All right, that brings us to Paduk. Nereus, you're on deck.
Paduk's gonna bop just a little bit closer and cast some mass healing word
All right.
on I think the whole party is within range.
Let me just check something really quickly. Bum. Cool. Paduk goes to cast the spell and nothing happens.
Bastards. Alright, he's going to fly even further away.
All right. He fucks off. Very cool. He tried. He just got counterspelled.
Bastards.
That brings us to
I feel
Nereus.
like I'm very bitter from that one time I counterspelled.
They
No,
sure are.
these people have a mission, and you are in the way of their mission. Nereus, that's you.
Fuck it. I'm going to level 5 cast subtle spell.
Mm-hmm.
I will not get counterspelled. Subtle spell and drop a 20-foot radius sphere of swirling winds, so so it centers right here ish.
Okay.
And I'm going to need DC, I think there's strength saves.
Ooh.
I think, hold on.
What spell is this?
Storm Sphere.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, DC 18 strength saving throws.
Oh my. Okay. Yeah. Wow. All right. So actually, not that little cute bubble, but this kind of swirling vortex of storm energy.
Mhm.
Angry
Just
Angry
I
lightning ball.
there.
Yeah, just right on top of them all.
Thieves.
So strength saving throws, huh? Wow.
As like
Uh-huh.
just this swirling vortex just whips up around them.
Yeah. What's the DC?
18.
Okay, one of them succeeds.
All right. Each creature in the sphere when it appears or that ends its turn there must make a strength saving throw or take 2d6, but I cast it at a higher, so it's 3d6 bludgeoning damage.
All right, roll your bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, so it's not half damage.
Okay, so it's a save or suck. If they save, they're good.
For the damage, it's still difficult terrain.
Got it. Copy that.
Um,
Go ahead, roll your damage.
11. Oh wait, what? The digital dice on the screen say 551.
Nice.
All right.
I see 215.
Yeah. No, I have
Yeah.
like the virtual dice that appear on the.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
All right, so that is 8 points of damage to these three.
Here's the fun part.
It persists. Yeah, you're concentrating on it.
Yeah, so it's a minute.
Nice.
However, as a bonus action, I'm going to cause a lightning bolt to stem from the center of the sphere and hit this caster right here. This bitch.
Okay.
And I have that it, and then I have advantage on the
Yeah, go for it.
thing because they're within the storm.
Go for it.
Oops, I forgot to hit shift. So that's a 28.
Yeah, that blasts into them. So you hear an ah as a body gets ejected against the wall. This particular individual is so dead.
Nice.
Yay!
Body hits the wall and like
Yeah.
slumps down, and it's just sitting there in like dead.
Smoking gently.
Yeah, little crispy.
I rolled my damage anyway just because I wanted to see.
Yeah.
Although, because of just how D&D Beyond is, where does it go up? Oh, the lightning damage does go up, so it'd be 5c. Okay, never mind. Sorry, I'm
Cool.
just talking to myself.
All right, cool. So one of them is dead. The other one sees this problematic bear. Or not
Earth
bear,
bear.
but
Elemental.
earth elemental. And goes right there. And let's see. Cool. Yep. I need. Wow, Paduk is out of range.
Thank
But
God.
I need Earth Elemental Olive, Grig, and Chomper to all make Constitution saving throws. Grig rolls a natural 20. Excellent. And I need one from Chomper as well.
Yes, sir.
As, again, a massive cone of just icy, cold wind and energy funnels out. Okay. So Chomper fails the save. Chomper takes 37 cold damage. Olive and Greg take 16 cold damage.
Okay, so I'm just gonna move. If I can get here.
Or wait, is that right? Half of 37? Half of 37?
Rounded. It's
18.
Yeah, rounded
Eight.
down 16.
18. So 18
Or
damage. 18 cold damage. Sorry. Cool. So that happens.
Okay.
And then he moves back out of the way. Knights attack. One of them has 2 attacks at advantage on defect. 14 will miss, and a 15 will miss. So you're just getting pummeled, but not taking any damage from it.
Clink, clink.
These 3 drop their crossbows, pull their great swords, and swarm around the elemental. First is a 15 to hit.
Yes.
So 1, 2, 3. So the first one misses entirely. The second one hits with a second attack with a natural 20 for 13 slashing damage.
Reduced to 6.
Are you resistant to slashing damage as well?
Resistant to slashing as well, yes.
Then, yep, reduced to 6. And then 2 misses on the other guy. Wow, they're so crispy from that fireball that they just can't deal with it. Cool. The others, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Pulls his great sword, makes 2 attacks. Stop doing that. That is an 18 to hit. For 7, reduced to 3 slashing damage on the Earth Elemental. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 2 attacks on defect at advantage. They both hit for a total of 24, reduced to 12 slashing damage. And then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Heavy crossbow towards Greg. Misses with a 5. Way to go, dude.
Right.
Earth Elemental Olive, we're at you. Spoot is on deck.
Cool. Olive is going to ignore all these people hitting her and come on over here.
All right.
And
2 of them make attacks of opportunity on you.
Go for it. Make my day.
Both hit for a total of 19 slashing damage, reduced to 9.
She's pummeling the caster.
Yeah, you. He is dead. He is pure pancake with a natural 20. Like, don't even worry about it.
She's gonna whirl around then and smash the this guy.
Oh fuck! Another natural 20 will hit. Oh my god!
What?
What
Sarah,
the?
I'm so jealous.
Oh my god! Olive is fucking nat
I think we
20.
found- I
Jesus!
think we found your calling, your wild shape. This is it.
Right?
All right, you
Olive,
splat that guy too. He's just dead, gone. Holy fuck bunnies!
I think
Olive
that's like
smash.
5 crits you've done now.
God
this
damn.
battle.
These earth elementals are no fucking joke. All right.
Bam,
Yeah.
bam.
Yeah. Fuck. Okay. Cool. Anything else? All
No, I'm good.
right. That brings us to Spoot. Grig is on deck-ish.
Do I even need to do
All
anything?
right.
A spoot is going to go back 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Can go over there.
Which, by the way, those of you up on the north side of the map, you do not see the portal at all. You just see the arena.
Okay.
How much more time we got on that portal?
Oh, we still got a little
Well,
bit. Can I
10 rounds is a minute. So
actually?
you had 2 when you went through the portal. So 20 rounds. Well,
Spoot is going
18.
to keep moving, but while he's right there, he's going to use his baton of morale and say, "Come on, Defect, you can keep up."
All right.
And Defect takes another swing.
Defect, make an attack against an opponent of your choice.
Now that I have, I don't know if I have the opportunity to see which one's worse for wear. Now that I have 4 of them on me.
Nope.
Or should I just pick one?
Just pick one.
All right. What was the last one that hit me?
I think this guy hit you.
That was the last one. All right. So
I
I'll
think- I
hit
don't
him
remember.
in return.
Yeah,
All right,
go for
we'll
it.
just say it.
I mean, your reckless still applies, so it's at advantage, so the natural 20 will hit.
All right.
And
smash.
you feel it sink into him, and you feel your axe vibrate.
Yeah.
And a feeling you haven't felt in a while. And you know
Defect, it
that
feels
you
like
could will
time
it.
slows down. Yeah. Time slows down for Defect and just like let it rain. Or actually, I should say let it snow. And yeah, turn it to dust.
Yeah, he fails as you sink your axe into his chest, and and you see from the wound out, his body begins to crumble away, leaving naught but a pile of charred, dust-covered black armor as a great sword clatters to the ground. Punk. Very cool. All right, that is Spoot's turn. Next up, I need Nereus, Spoot, and Paduk to make dexterity saving throws as
I knew
a fireball appears over them.
No.
Is the second one going through?
Is a saving throw different from the ability check? Oh, it doesn't matter. He doesn't get a positive. Never mind.
He's
I
not
found it, and he
proficient in
doesn't
it,
get
so
it.
he just rolls it.
He's not proficient in it. Yep.
There we go.
All right. And Paduk. Did you roll Paduk saving throw?
Paduk, yeah, Paduk was a 12.
Oh, I see it. Sorry. Cool.
Yep.
So Nereus, instead of taking 21 fire damage, you take 11. I'm sorry, 10. You take 10. However, Spoot and Paduk each take 21 fire damage. And I need Spoot to make a DC 10 con save on his hold person. This guy has just been getting bashed and battered, and he can't move, and he's just like, ow. And he makes it. With a 10, he just makes it. Great. Cool. We go then back to Greg at the top of the round.
How are all these guys looking? The ones around Defect and
Make a medicine check as
Near-
Greg.
all of it.
I mean, they certainly look hurt.
Medicine. 18.
Yeah, Greg looking around, they're all pretty messed up. The one immediately to the north of Defect here is certainly the most injured. That's the one that they had been attacking earlier and that got pummeled by Olive. So they're looking pretty dinged up. The other two also look hurt, but not as bad. I've got it in chat. I just picture the Tin Man squeaking, "Oil, oil." It's very much what this held individual is like.
Greg, all right, I'm gonna try something crazy.
Uh-huh.
I don't think Amber would do this, but I think Greg would do this. Greg is gonna call out, "Defect, we're doing the Phoenix Rise maneuver." And we'll 5, 10, 15. I'm gonna go far back here. 20, 25, 30.
Uh-huh.
And we'll cast Fireball.
I need a
so
concentration check from Nereus as well on the Storm Sphere.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so you cast your Fireball.
Yeah, I'm going to try to cast Fireball spell so that it grabs as many of these guys as possible.
Hit the poor one that's paralyzed and cannot make a save.
I mean, do you want to do it like that?
I can't see over the Fireball now. So that's 2 people. All right, can I bring it down then? So maybe I grab these guys instead. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that works. All right, yeah, cool. We're doing that.
All right. They will make dexterity saving throws against Greg's Fireball.
Yes.
One of them saves, so go ahead and roll Fireball damage.
Oops, that's not it.
Nope. Damage.
There. 32.
Awesome. Cool. So Greg releases a fireball from their little alchemist hammer, much like the firebolt, only much bigger, and this little kind of and explodes out. And when it falls to the ground, you see 4 charred dead forms, where once there were not 4 charred dead forms.
Where there used to be living things.
Yep, even the one who saved only had exactly 15 hit points, so...
Oh, nice.
So, poof.
Excellent. And then bonus action, Chomper. Get that guy behind Defect.
Yep.
That's a 20 to hit.
That will hit. And
or 6 points of damage.
Which is exactly how many hit points he had. So
Are you serious?
Falls down dead. So Greg and Chomper just killed 5 fucking people in plate mail. Well done, Greg. That brings us to Defect.
Who like sees all these bodies drop around him. It's like,
yep, it's just like,
all right, I guess it's my turn. Will be reckless. 23 to hit.
Yep,
14
that'll
points
hit.
Of damage.
Yep.
And we'll do it again. 18 to hit or 18 points of damage.
An 18 would hit, but he brings up his great sword at the last minute to catch the blade and parries the blow.
Okay.
Those knights are... 2 of them are dead. The only one left is gonna make a wisdom saving throw at the end of his turn. Nope, that's a 7. God. Paduk. It is Paduk's turn.
All right.
Nereus, you're on deck.
Paduk is gonna bop in a little bit closer to get everyone in range, and he's going to cast Mass Healing Word
Okay.
on the entire party.
Cool.
6 of us, including himself.
Yep.
Does it work?
It seems to. It goes off.
Okay.
And as his action, he is going to go invisible.
All right. So Paduk, you see this green kind of healing energy emanate from Paduk, and then kind of vine-like twist through the air and touch each of his allies and friends. And he kind of smiles and says, glad that worked that time. And then poof, pops into invisibility.
Now that he's invisible, he's going to fly the hell over here in the hopes that he might not get hit again.
Yeah.
Because he's just a very little sprite.
He is a very little sprite. Very cool. That brings us to
I'm sorry, it says a
Nereus.
+6 to heal.
Yeah,
Yep.
+6. Everybody.
Everybody gets 6 HP.
Is this guy still alive?
Yes.
Yep, and there's still an invisible guy somewhere.
Oh, we need to interrogate one anyway.
We've got the guy who's been paralyzed all this time.
I just kind of want to put him out of his misery. I feel bad now. How many turns has it been? I haven't even been tracking.
This is only your second round with the Storm Sphere.
No, for the whole person.
For the portal.
I think
For
we're
the
on
whole
4
person.
now.
Oh, 4.
Okay. Nereus is going to take a few steps back. And I'm just curious, with the fireball, did I see at all where it emanated from? Because it leaves like a streak. Like the bead comes from somewhere.
Yeah, it seemed to be somewhere over here.
Okay. Fireball. Subtle spell.
All right. Fireball. Are you just gonna like put it right there?
Scooch it down like 5 feet.
Right there.
Yeah.
All right. You conjure your energies and
And this is just 3rd level.
launch a fireball out. Another massive explosion in a very short time frame in this massive arena in the middle of town. And when the dust settles, the sand sinks to the ground, the cloud settles, the smoke clears. There is no one there.
Fuck. Alright. Bonus action lightning bolt from the storm sphere.
Okay, where are you going?
The one right in front of defect.
Okay. Make your attack roll.
Spells.
Um,
23.
That will hit. Go ahead, roll damage. All of you are on deck. Ish.
12.
So you concentrate on the spell and launch a bolt of lightning out of it. And there's this... as it smacks this guy square in the back. And this massive scream and like smoke comes out of his mouth as he falls to the ground, a charred husk of what he once was. His 1 hit point did not stand up to the 12 lightning damage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you hear defect groans like, "Oh, I'm never gonna kill anyone here."
You just got to dust somebody.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, but Scoot told me to.
Great. Well, anything else from Nereus?
Gonna take a couple of steps down this way. and that's it.
All right. Cool. All right. This guy double moves and gets to there. And that is all that he does on his turn. Olive, we move to you. Spoot is on deck. And then Grig-ish. So, Olive, what would you like to do?
Try something. The Earth Elemental has tremor sense and can pinpoint the origin of vibrations.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. See where you're going
Do
with
I
this.
feel the sand vibrating from anyone moving within 60 feet of me?
Maybe. I mean, the answer is yes. Like you have felt that throughout the whole thing here.
My storm is also brushing the ground a lot.
Yeah.
Mm.
So there is a lot, and because of the nature of the sand, you can make a perception check at disadvantage because the sand is shifty and it moves, so it's like blurry vision.
Fair. Perception is a wisdom.
Yeah. And you're doing this as the Earth Elemental.
So 9.
With a 9, there's a lot of people moving around and a lot of stuff going on. You're distracted by the big swirling storm here. That's kind of what is most obvious as you take a moment to try to sense for movement. But that's all you get at this moment in time.
Olive is going to, in that case, use her movement and her turn to plop herself right there and block that portal.
Okay. Very cool. All right. That brings us to Spoot.
Spoot is just gonna go over here. Another mass healing word.
All right.
Try to get everybody.
Yeah.
I just need to know if it works.
It does not. Because what level spell is it?
3rd.
Yeah, it unfortunately does not go off this time. Anything else from Spoot?
No, that's it. That's actually Sacred Flame this guy.
Okay. He'll make a
Just 'cause
dex
he can.
save. And by make a dex save, I mean he will fail a dex save. So go ahead, roll damage on this poor little guy who's just trying to get away from you monsters. 18 radiant damage? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's toast.
I don't think Matt's
Turtles-
gonna get higher than that on 2d8.
This radiant turtle just kind of appears around him and just like smacks him with his flippers, like dunk, 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 dunk. And they go ah, and you hear the neck snap as he crumples to the ground, and the turtle does a little victory lap and then disappears.
I gotta apologize to Matt for that one.
Yeah. Oof. Damn. Cool. All right. So, great. Cool. Wow, so much is going on.
Ooh, look at that.
Yeah.
It's a kaleidoscope.
Yeah. So right there, whoosh, appears a towering cylinder of ice and storm. I'm going to need our Earth Elemental, our Spoot, and our Nereus to make dexterity saving throws.
Nope.
Elementals aren't particularly dexterous.
Why isn't this working?
That is not
There we
right
go.
at all.
Nope.
Apparently, none of us are very dexterous today.
I was doing really well on all of them, and then there was this one.
All right, so all of you fail. So you all take 9 bludgeoning damage.
I'm resistant to that too.
Okay, so you take 4. And 14 cold damage.
Right, I'm not resistant to that.
Yep.
I'm resistant to cold.
Nice. So then you take 7. And I.
No, wait, I'm only resistant to non-magical bludgeoning. I take the full.
Okay, great.
Sorry, it's only non-magical bludgeoning I'm resistant to.
Cool. So, great. I need a con save from Nereus and from Spoot. DC 11 for both of you.
Spoot's unconscious. Sorry.
Oh, Spoot goes down.
Oh no, that held person will now be able to get up and hit me.
I mean, yeah.
Oh.
Great. You maintain your storm sphere. This guy is like, finally. I can finally move. Oh my god, this thing's right here. What am I going to do? Oh god. Great sword. That brings us then to Grig. So this entire
Grig's
area,
Spoot
by the
down.
way, sorry, this entire area right now is difficult terrain as like hail and ice are swirling all in like a 40-foot high cylinder. Grig, go ahead.
Okay. Oh shoot, Greg can't quite get there. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Just out of range. So I can't heal Boot right now. Greg, oh man. Let's try it. You know what? Let's try it. Greg is going to do some calculations. So Nereus shot a fireball here about.
Yep.
So like
Spoot-
here.
Yeah, like back here, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Spoot
somewhere
did
about
a
there.
spell. Yeah, Spoot did a spell that got countered, which has like a range of 60 feet.
Yeah.
All right, so it has to be at least here. And he did his fireball thing here. Grig is going to cast Wind Wall. And I guess it's gonna try. Hold on. So from Boot, it's a 50-foot length. So
Okay.
hold on. 15.
So
You know
you
what?
can
Let's
you can
make
just
it up.
draw.
No, you know what? Let's do this. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll draw.
Yeah, just draw it.
Maybe I'll just make a wall here.
Okay.
That to encompass 5
It's 50 feet, so
squares. Yeah, so if it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. I guess it has to be a little bit smaller. Maybe up to there? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, yeah. So it kind of goes around that?
Okay, so you're making like a little box,
Like a little
essentially?
rectangular, yeah, like a little rectangular wall.
Okay.
Yeah, like a little box, yeah.
So you want it to be like there?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
All right. Greg does so and concentrates on it. Cool.
Okay, so
Anything else from Greg?
might as well have Chomper shoot at some random spot, I guess.
All right, make an attack at
Um,
disadvantage.
Chomper will cover this square down here.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah, 9 doesn't hit.
A little puff of sand goes up as the force bolt hits the ground there. Pachoo, no effect.
Okay,
Moving on to defect.
so come along here and attack this guy.
All right, go for it.
25 to hit.
You're
10
being
points of
reckless.
damage.
No,
Am I
I'm
not
flanking.
flanking? Or is he?
He's
Too
he's
trained.
too trained for that.
Okay.
Oh.
Then how would that work in game? Like, would I know that he's too trained? Should
No.
I?
I mean, you've been fighting them.
Okay. So,
So-
yeah, I guess I would have been reckless.
Okay.
So yeah, 25 then to hit 10.
All right. Yep. He
And
falls
then-
down dead as you slash through his body.
Okay. Now that here's the invisible guy, which defect can't do anything, but knows that he has range spells, so we'll move out of the way. So he was here 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. I guess, yeah. Defect will hang out there just to give distance from everyone. That's his turn.
All right. Cool. Very cool. All right. He's dead. It's Paduke's turn.
Cool. Paduke's going to fly on over here
Yep.
and cast Cure Wounds
Okay.
at second level on Spoot.
Okay.
Oh,
Great.
Jesus Christ. You seriously?
Hey, it's
So that's 9.
it's 9.
Oh, 9.
It's 9.
There we go.
So
Yep.
great. All right. So Spoot recovers 9 hit points and will not have to make a death save on his turn. He's just prone on the ground. All
And
right.
that's Paduke's turn.
All right. Paduke is also visible. That brings us to
Yes.
Nereus.
Alright. Nereus is going to just back up slightly. And can I didn't see anything that says I can't. Can I? But it's up to you. Can I subtle spell ready a spell?
What would the trigger be? Because like you're holding an action essentially. So
Yeah, I mean just the moment I see another hostile spell get cast from like somewhere over there. So like if I see, another beat of a fireball or something like that.
okay, cool. You can do this, but when and if this happens, I will ask you to make a perception check. And it's going to be a disadvantage because it's an invisible creature. Just so you know mechanically how this will work ahead of time.
Yeah.
But if that works for you, you can absolutely do that.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't have like too much option. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Subtle spell, hold a spell, and just intently start watching.
Cool. Which spell are you holding?
Fireball, 3rd level.
Okay, good to know. All right. That brings us to Olive with Spoot on deck.
Keep the door
Okay.
blocked.
Olive's gonna try the tremor sense again.
Okay, make a perception check at disadvantage.
And we decided that was a wisdom. Oh, nah. Olive's gonna stand her ground.
There is like a hailstorm right next to you, and it's actually still kind of buffeting you because you're kind of still in it. And there's a whirling storm down on the other side of the arena, and there's an impression of like this invisible wall that's swirling wind over on the other side. There's a lot going on his sand.
She's just gonna stand her ground and block this portal.
All right, cool. Spoot. It is
If anything appears in range, she'll smash them, but
cool. So you are holding a action to attack a visible thing. All right.
invisible.
Yep. Go ahead. Spoot. It is Spoot's turn. Prone on the ground. That's you, Tanner.
To Tanner.
Sorry. I like falling asleep.
It's okay.
Spoot is going to stand up, move out of the cold.
Yep.
I think that's 15? I can't see.
Yeah, that's 15.
Okay. Mass cure wounds? Question mark?
Spoot goes to cast the spell, and it works.
Sweet. I think that's 3d8. Yes. So, Paduk, Greg, if Greg's missing health,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Nereus, Spoot, and Olive all get
Mm-hmm.
24 back.
Nice.
Ooh.
Everybody gets 24 HPs. Very cool. Anything else from Spoot?
That is it.
All right. All right. Something happens in this moment, but none of you know exactly what. That brings us to Greg.
Oh, all right. So Greg is gonna 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and Greg will cast See Invisibility.
Aha!
Yeah, I just realized Greg has that spell prepared and all.
Excellent.
So. Stupid me, I didn't see this earlier.
So
But
that's
I'm seeing it now, so I cast it.
that's concentration or no?
Let me double check.
I think so.
Casting time with action.
No?
It doesn't say concentration.
Cool.
Just one action.
So-
Lasts for 1 hour.
What Greg? So Greg casts the spell on themselves, and their eyes kind of shift and go a little red and fuzzy for a moment until it refocuses, and Greg sees a invisible human who looks like they have just picked up a belt from someone who is unconscious on the ground. Right here.
Right there.
Yep.
Um,
That is what Greg
Awesome.
sees.
so then Greg will use Chomper to fire at that spot.
Yep. So it's a straight roll.
A 19 to hit.
A 19 will hit. For 4 force damage. And you see them kind of stagger back in their invisibility. As their invisibility that they were concentrating on fails. They were not expecting to be hit by anything. They didn't think you had it in you to see invisibility. And they rolled a 6. So they failed. And Olive, your held action triggers because it is in range of your single slam attack.
Oh yeah.
So go ahead. Yeah.
Yes.
And you slam this guy for 15 or 13 points of damage.
My fireball doesn't trigger, right?
No, because no spell was activated.
Okay.
But Defect, it is now your turn.
Oh, Defect comes charging up.
Good
Okay.
job.
Oh man. Yeah. Reckless. And
Defect, make a wisdom check at disadvantage for me. Because you're raging.
Not a wisdom saving throw, but a wisdom check. 10.
10. This is the last enemy standing. All the rest are down and dead.
Okay. I think I know what you're telling me, but
That is what Defect
I'm not
knows.
sure.
This is the last enemy
That's what
standing.
this is the last one standing.
All the rest are down and dead.
Defect. Last enemy standing.
Yep. It's the last one. The last obstacle before winning the fight.
Right. I think he recalled someone yelling out that we should keep one alive, which was Nereus. Did Nereus say that out loud?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, but then we smashed the one that I had paralyzed.
I will do non-lethal damage, I guess, and just knock this guy out.
Sure, make your attack. Make your attack rolls.
Right. Great. 27.
Yep, that hits.
And a second attack. 24 for 8 points.
Yep, both attacks hit. This guy's like really fucked up, but he is still standing. But
Really?
you aim at non-vital areas and just like cut into him. That brings us to Paduk. Nereus, you're on deck. What will Paduk do, Sarah?
No, I'm thinking. Paduk is going invisible again.
Okay. Paduk vanishes from sight.
And is going to fly over to the other side of this ice storm because he knows that that dude is scary.
And actually, the ice has disappeared at this point. So.
Okay, well, he's not going to fly over behind. If he's going to fly away.
Yeah, that's fine. Anything else from Paduk?
Nah.
All right, Nereus. All of you are on deck. So you lose the 3rd level spell slot that you were holding.
Yes. I'm going to bonus action. Consume.
Burninate?
Yeah. Consume 8 sorcery points.
Ooh.
And gain back a
Whoa.
full spell.
Okay. So you get a 5th level spell slot back. And then...
Telekinesis.
Okay. So that is a strength saving throw?
Strength 18. Don't tell me.
He rolled exactly an 18.
Fuck.
No.
Okay. So you switch over to telekinesis. The storm sphere goes away because you concentrate on telekinesis, right?
Oh shit. Yes. Yeah.
Cool. And you try to grasp this guy, but he manages to resist it somehow. Somehow, this spindly little mage resists.
Hot damn.
That brings us to Olive.
Olive's gonna reach out and try to grapple this guy.
Okay. Make a contested strength check against him.
Oh, no.
So you reach out to try to... And you're like, this little guy, I got this. And he wriggles out, just... and is not grappled by you. He rolled a 16.
Plus +5 to strength.
Hey, this guy, he's stronger than he looks, apparently.
Apparently.
But that brings us to Spoot.
Come on, Spoot, you got this.
Come on, Spoot.
Yeah, right. I fucking. Yeah, we're just. There's so many third level. I forgot what it's like having this many spells. There it is. Hold person again, because that worked pretty well last time.
All right, he's going to make a wisdom saving throw.
His wisdom is probably higher.
And resist the spell with a 20.
Oh,
Kidding me.
This guy is rolling really well on saves right now.
seriously. Dodging everything.
Yeah, that's all Spoot has. Spoot's going to move in a little closer.
Okay. Next up, we have the mage. This guy looks around at what is happening and casts a spell and disappears once again.
Counter spell.
Roll for counterspell.
I'm gonna cast it at 4th level.
The counterspell succeeds, and he looks at you, and his eyes go wide as he realizes he's in deep shit now.
I have a
Darius just
question,
goes
Doug.
like this.
He sees
because
what's
the
going on,
invisibility.
and what?
I'm sorry, Grig's see invisibility. It lasts for 1 hour. So
Yeah.
if he. Okay.
The
So Grig
spell,
can still
the
see him.
counterspell failed, or the counterspell succeeded, and his spell failed, so he's not invisible.
Okay.
So he sees that he's in trouble, and he just kind of puts up his hands. I give up. That brings us to Greg. So this guy has apparently surrendered. You can all decide if any of you are going to like press the matter or if you're going to accept surrender at this point.
Yeah, I think Grig will call out to Defect and say, grab him, hold him. Which Defect would do on his next turn.
Okay, just so you know, doing that will continue the combat.
Really? Like,
Yeah, because
Anyway.
he is giving up, but that does not mean he's going to let you like grapple him. It's not like I submit to your like manhandling me. It's like I will not be aggressive if you are not aggressive.
has no weapons to throw down.
Yeah.
My telekinesis is up for another 10 minutes.
So Greg says that. What does defect do?
Well, no, I'm sorry. I guess Greg won't say that. If that's, I didn't realize that was the case. I thought,
Yeah.
If he gives up, then he is our prisoner. And we can.
I mean,
I didn't realize there were stipulations to his giving up.
I mean, you can do that, but like I'm telling the player, the characters don't know. The player, the DM is telling the player, mechanically the combat will continue if you attempt to grapple him. So that can all still happen. It'll just be a contested strength check between defect and this guy to grapple.
Right. I guess Greg will say, screw it. Defect, knock him out. And Defect will, on his turn, just knock him out.
Okay, well, it's defect's turn after Greg, so make an attack roll.
Yeah, and because he's a mage and not wearing armor, I will do the -5 plus 10.
Sure, go for it.
Non-lethal.
However, a 10 will miss.
Listen to that first one. Right?
Yeah.
Seriously, this guy. Do it again. Oh my god.
An 11 will also miss.
Oh my god. This guy sucks.
All right, so combat continues. Paduk, you are not taking prisoners. What's Paduk going to do?
Paduk is going to...
The rest of you can
Golly.
still like choose to accept the surrender on your turn, but
Paduk's just going to flutter around anxiously.
great.
Invisibly.
Nereus and all of you are on deck.
Yeah.
Defect, stop. Leave the belt. And we won't harm you.
Okay, make a persuasion check.
I'm trying. Where? Oh, there it is. 26.
Okay. Olive, it's your turn.
Going to... Olive doesn't trust this guy. She's going to try to grapple him again.
Okay, it's a contested strength check.
Yep. Jesus Christ.
Just give up.
So you rolled an 8.
Yep.
He rolled a natural
Yep.
1.
Stop.
Oh, nice.
So
Alright.
finally, all of you reach down and so he is grappled.
Friendly hug. Of course, I can only speak in Terran, so I bet he doesn't understand me.
Yeah. So yeah, you've grappled him. And with that, Spoot's probably not going to do anything. He's going to attempt to wriggle out. Make another... or what's your
All right,
strength?
here we go.
Yeah. All right. So with that and a failed attempt to get out of the grapple, I'm going to say he's bound. And you have littered the arena with dead bodies and captured this last one who's holding on to this white, like, girdle, kind of thick, wide weightlifter belt, struggling to get out from the grasp of this earth elemental. And that is where we will end tonight's session of Nuuli Forged.
Ooh.
Woo, doggy. Wow. Woo, good job.
Elementals just like to hug.
Yeah. Wow. Good job, everybody. Like you took out the invading force pretty well. Well placed spells and timing, and good initiative rolls. Good job.
That definite bowling ball order at the beginning was very nice.
Well,
Yeah.
when you have to come out of a
Yeah.
tunnel and you don't know that there's enemy combatants around,
Yeah.
what are you gonna do? So really, fantastic job, everybody. We're going to, sorry we went a little bit long, everybody. We're going to do a quick round of goodbyes and plugs and all that jazz, and we will get out of here, and we will be back next week. So let's start down in this corner. We'll start with Nereus.
Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll catch you next week.
Yeah. Hopping over then to Sarah.
Hey, y'all. Thanks for watching. We are Nuuli Forged, and we are on all the social media things at Nuuli Forged, Nuuli Forged, like the normal Earth word. Earth word? English word.
Common.
On places like Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and YouTube. And did I forget any? And here on Twitch, if you are watching this on YouTube, we also are on Twitch. That's all. Okay, thanks. It's been lovely. Being an elemental's fun.
Moving on up to Defect.
That's me signing off. Thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you guys next week.
Fantastic. Thank you all very much for thank you all for being here. If you like this, please do all the subscribing, following, all that jazz. We're going to do a little bit of a raid on Kirik the Orc. If you are interested in some more D&D content, Matt and I have a D&D podcast where you can listen to us talk about D&D and kind of give new players introductions into it. So you can check that out at Mid-Level Adventurers on YouTube and anywhere you get your podcasts. We have season 2 coming very soon. So that's exciting. And otherwise, thank you all for being here. Thank you for joining us. We will see you next week right here on Nuuli Forged at 7 p.m. on Wednesday. Be safe, be kind to one another. Happy Pride. Hi, gay. Happy Pride.
Hi, gay.
Don't forget to love each other.
Don't forget to love each other. Indeed, as Matt Mercer has said many times. It's just good advice. Everyone, have a great night. Big shout out to AMBX for following us tonight. Hope they had fun. Big shout out to I've Got It and Yoda. Thanks for being here. Have a great night, everyone, and we will see you next week. Goodbye, all. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Bye.
Love you. Goodbye.